Previously on Survivor. Shane's accuracy gave Renterra the lead they needed to win immunity.
Here comes Alexis. Keep going.
After the challenge, the Azteca 4 agreed on their next target.
Gwen's probably the next one to go.
Except for Emily, who exposed the alliance to Gwen and Georgia and convinced them to vote with her against the guys.
If there's 4 of us and we have to go to tribal, I am most definitely going to be the person voted out.
At tribal council, after a heated discussion, no decision could be made, making rocks the only resolution. Reveal! Georgia drew the purple rock and was sent home. 11 remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
Are you filming now? Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I don't know where to point it.
Wow.
Well, I always forget, and then I feel bad.
I do too, yeah.
It was super freaking awkward because the guys and I live in the same building, except for John, so we were walking back, and Carson was like, what happened? Like, what's going on? And Adam looks at him, he's like, seriously? And I was like, I looked at Carson, I was like, do you even have to ask that? And it was just so awkward, because it's like...
But like, if they had switched and knocked Gwen out, then they would be screwed.
Yeah.
We're still screwed now.
I didn't think it was gonna happen, obviously, and I saw it and I was like, well, somebody flipped, and I don't think it was Carson, so, and I knew it wasn't John, because, I don't know, I guess I didn't know it wasn't John, but like, John and I had pretty close so far. He's probably the one I'm closest to, as of now, so I think, and so I pretty much knew immediately that Emily flipped.
I think we were kind of hoping that it would get to the tie and that any one of the boys would decide like, oh, I don't want to risk getting voted out, and would change their mind, or like maybe we could convince them when we got to rocks.
I went back and forth. I thought about flipping on Carson on the revote, but I was like, you know what, we'll just stick with it. And my mentality was that if we lose Carson, then that means Adam and I are on the bottom for sure. And that was the same with like the rock draw going. That was my mentality. I'm like, okay, it's either 25% chance of pulling the rock and getting voted out, or vote against Carson, but then Adam and I are on the bottom and one of us would get picked off the next time we lose.
So I kind of thought it was gonna be a tie, because they didn't have a reason to switch their vote, and neither did we.
What's nice is that Georgia said she was like, I'm going to rocks, like 100%.
Yeah, she said she's going to rocks, and I was like, then we're screwed.
So like,
because
yeah.
it would be suicide for us to knock you out. Like, that just wouldn't make sense at all.
I closed my eyes and I like opened my hand and didn't even look for a second, because I was like, knowing my luck, it's gonna be me. But then I heard Georgia and I was like, oh.
I was glad, very glad, because like, it was 50-50, like if me or John goes home, then we kind of screwed everything.
I was just worried about me or Adam, because if Adam pulled it, then we're in the same position. It's just Carson and me on the bottom now. I think it just worked out completely perfectly. I was so happy.
Okay, that was wild. That was loco.
Renterra, being your first look in the Azteca tribe. Georgia, voted out last tribal council. Any reactions?
Yikes.
All right. Well, Perry, I'll take it back. Yeah. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs for this challenge. You will go up one by one to face each other one-on-one in a sort of mini game kind of thing, where you have a ping pong paddle and you have a cup of water on it. You are allowed to smack the other person's water cup out of the way. The first person's water cup hit the ground first gets a point. First 1 to 5 points wins, best of 9. I will give you a few minutes to strategize on the order, and we'll start. First with people. We'll try. Let's go.
Where do I go for setting out?
All right, who's in there for a turn? Madison, come over here. We got some more. All right.
Okay, you got this.
Also, the winner, as always, the winner of immunity, the tribe gets another clue. You're hitting an immunity item. And you have it in your cups. All right. All right. Start at All right, Shara's ready. Drop your buff. Drop your buff.
You did not.
That's disgusting.
No! First of all.
Drop your belts. Everyone drop your belts. We're switching tribes. Wait, everyone put down. What? No. I have these belts for everyone. Everyone drop them. It's a wild, wild night. Thanks. We draw rocks and this happens. Alright. Red Chair had 6 before, then we'll still have 6. Alright.
Wait, it's red and blue. Oh, it's still
It's still red and blue. Alright, Jimmy, go first. Here we go. Jimmy, staying on Red Chair. Josie, switching tribes. No. Harry also switching tribes. Oh my god. Alexis also switching tribes.
What if we all just straight swap?
Shane staying on Red Terror. Madison is switching tribes. John is switching tribes. Carson is switching tribes. Oh my god. Emily is switching tribes. Gwen is staying on blue. Adam is switching tribes. Red Terror, still need to send someone out. Reorder yourselves.
Yeah.
Well,
We're just gonna go for it.
this is going to be interesting.
Do the best you can. Don't even worry about it. They have got it.
So who has the shortest arms? You want to
I'm
I think there's a unanimous decision. You want to sit for this one?
Oh yeah.
Shortest, just shortest arms. That's it.
Wait, someone told me
Let's get this done. Let's start this boy off right.
Let's get this spread.
Let's go.
On the new Red Terror tribe. Staying with Red Terror is Jimmy and Shane. Coming from Azteca is John, Adam, Carson, and Emily. New Azteca. Staying in Azteca are Gwen. Coming from Red Terror is Harry, Madison, Josie, and Alexis. Who is sitting on Red Terror? Emily, take 5 over here. Number 1, come up. Harry and Carson.
got it.
Take this dog. Take this dog. Alright. Drivers ready? Go! At it. Oh! Wait. Who's that? Alright. We'll review the footage. Alright. After a review, Harry's cup fell first. Red Terror gets a point. Alright. Number 2's come up. Shane and Matt. Oh, Adam Madison. You got me. Alright, Sarah's ready? Go. Let's go, Adam. Let's go, Adam running and Madison. Oh, Madison. 2 points for Terror. No points Azteca. Number 3, step up. The first 2 former tribe mates. I'm sorry. We Alright.
You got it, my guy.
Survivors ready? Go!
Look at that 7-foot drive.
Jimmy, come right from like
That's alright.
Alright, fours come up. John and also former tribe name. Alright. Alright.
No way!
Survivors ready? Go!
Oh, he's a long man. He's long.
John first. Alright, fives come up. Shane, Joe's also all tribes get into their new tribe spirit. Alright, survivors ready? Go! Josie coming very slowly. Shane's playing a little aggressive, taunting at Josie. Josie wins! That's 3 points. Azteca, 2 points for Terror. Alright, since everyone has gone once, you can go in any order you want. We'll come up. Harry and Carson coming up. 3-2 Azteca, first to 5. Survivors ready? Go! Carson fell first. Azteca with 4 now. Alright, next people come up. Adam versus Madison.
You got it, bro. You got it. Don't even think about it.
If Azteca wins this one, they win immunity. There you go. Alright, everyone's ready? Go!
Feel free to drop it.
Adam. Oh, that's very aggressive. Yes, nice balls again. Alright, it's 4-3. Who's next? John and Alexis.
Tall versus
Alright. Alright. Survivors ready? Go! Alexis like defense here. Alexis fell first! 4-4! Okay, who's last? Who's up? Gwen and Shane. It is 4-4. Winner of this is immune. You also get a companion out of the tribe. Survivors ready? Go! Gwen can. Let's go!
That's my point. That's my point.
Alright, Tara, who wants it?
Let's go!
Well earned. Back and forth battle, right there to want it. You guys are safe. See you next challenge. That's for you, Azteca. For some of you, you're going to wrap up tribal council. I'll see you in a few days. Everyone else go.
All right, so I talked to Josie, and with the idol clue that Azteca got, and then the clue that her tribe got, she gave me the idol clue, and it said something about it's hidden from the sun, which means it's under shade or something, and then it's near something that can be found at the beach. And I don't know what it is, but I know for a fact it's got to be by the bell tower, and it's near the volleyball court next to JR. So I'm just going to start looking through bushes. I know the clue that I got, as well as the one that she got, it said it was on the ground. So I know it's in a bush at least close to the ground. So I'm just gonna start looking through bushes near the JR courts. So it says it can't be seen by the sun, but it's within arm's reach. That's what's in the clue that Josie sent me.
No success yet. So my initial thought is I'm gonna look in the trees around the beach volleyball court and see if something pops up. Hopefully we'll be finding something cool. Just gonna continue to look a little bit. I mean, it's 12 a.m. so I'm out here grinding. But I want this idol real bad. It's cold, but I mean, I really hope I can find it.
Hi! Okay, so I'm with Madison, and we've been looking for the idol. At first we were looking near the JR courts, but the clue says like it's surrounded itself by learning, which at first I was like, ooh, the Great Lawn, because people like tan on the Great Lawn and stuff like that is something you do at the beach too. But then I was like, oh, there's a secret garden that's like inside the Ferg, which is another academic building. So that's basically what we're doing right now. We're looking in the secret garden, and I can't flip it, but yeah. But yeah, it doesn't really seem to be here, so stay tuned.
Trevor, this is dumb. I'm convinced that there is no idol.
Please help us.
Please give us another clue. Okay, dude. We're giving up. We're thinking that maybe if we win the next challenge, we'll get a clue that's like more specific, and maybe we'll be able to find it then.
So today, I planned with Shane the other day, because like now we're in the same tribe, we planned to go search the idol today too, and so we got other friends to come too, and so we were walking around, and we walked like under, is that Forbes? And we started walking that way. It was just me and this one friend at one point. Isn't in the game, but
yeah. Was Shane with you?
not at this point. We were just walking around, and we were just kind of like counting bushes and stuff, because we were looking for 20 bushes, but the thing is, I didn't know if it was like exactly 20 bushes, or like there was another place we looked and there were more than 20, but like still there's 20 bushes, you know? So like I wasn't sure about that. Kind of playing some mind games, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna go check the whisper wall, because I was like, they really would put it around the whisper wall since we're there often. So I went over counting the bushes, and I was like, hey, like to my friend, I was like, hey, guess how many bushes there are? She's like, 20. I was like, yeah. So yeah, we went out and like went through all the bushes.
Baby. That's a lot of work.
Honestly, I think it's not that I need it, I just need somebody else to not have it, you know? Like, I don't feel that much more powerful now that I have it, because nobody else knows I have it. So, I mean, Shane knows I have it, but nobody against me knows I have it. I want to tell, like, John and Carson, but because, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know how that would affect the game, you know? I don't know if that would make them want to work with me or want to get rid of this bad boy.
Okay, so we just swapped tribes. I'm now an Azteca, Pete the Blue, alright, representing, killing it. Except, Red Terror is now physically stacked. They have all the guys except Harry. Harry's the only guy who's now an Azteca, and we went straight into the first challenge, of course. Going into this challenge with my new tribe, I'm not gonna lie, I did not have much faith. It's a physical challenge, and Red Terror is physically stacked at the moment. But when we were switching tribes, as they kept drawing out those red buffs, like guy after guy, they were getting hype, like really hyping themselves up, getting arrogant, cocky, like, yeah, we're stacked, we're gonna win. So it wasn't even that I wanted to win this challenge necessarily, like, of course I want to win, but I more wanted to show them, like, just because you think you're all physically stacked and you're all guys and you're big and buff doesn't mean that we still can't pull out a win. Like, what the heck? So going into this challenge, I really just wanted to show them that we can still put up a fight. Like, we're still here. Don't think we just disappeared. You know, like, we're not just gonna hand it over. And what's really funny now, so I was the first person to score a point for our tribe, Azteca, the new Azteca. But before we swapped tribes, when we thought we were starting to challenge as our prior tribes. And I looked at my tribe and I was like, all right guys, like I got a strategy. I'm gonna chuck the cup up as high as I can and knock the other person's down. First cup to touch the ground loses. So Jimmy knew that I was planning on doing this. And like, he didn't even stop me. I still got the point. So despite losing, I'm glad that I think we kind of knocked them off their high horse. Like, we were up 4-2 at one point. Like, they were struggling. They could have definitely lost that challenge, and I think they went in way cockier than they should have.
On the way back from the challenge, Alexis lives like the other way, so she wasn't really with us, and then Gwen like went off to go to her residence hall. So it was me, Madison, and Harry.
Just that tribe swap.
Yeah. Which we got in the majority, so like
4-1.
So like I guess it's okay.
I feel fine.
We're at least good
And
for
I
now.
feel like it's just that like we haven't been on a tribe with her.
Like we need to stick together.
Yeah, like we gotta keep the red terror like in the
keep red terror,
numbers.
because then we'll be like 6-4.
Mm-hmm.
And if we could just win the next one, that'd be nice.
Right.
I feel like she's fully a member, like, especially right now, because like me, Alexis, and her are like in the new tribe together. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it'll be interesting to see like when it comes down to like the merge or anything, like what will happen when everyone's together, because then there's gonna be a bunch of different alliances, like all trying to like get the numbers. So
I'm on a tribe with the majority of old red terrors. We have one Azteca. So I'm the only guy. Doesn't really mean anything since they need me to stay, and we almost won that challenge. So close.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I went back with Madison and Josie. Basically, we were thinking to vote out Gwen, stay right there strong.
Okay, I was hoping that was the plan. I was like, I'm the only one walking the other way. I was like, god dang.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I figured. I feel bad because she seems nice, but like we all already get along so well. Like, I don't see any point.
Gwen has been talking to both Alexis and myself, like trying to find a way in.
Okay, so Gwen just texted me because, of course, she's grasping at straws at the moment. She knows she's the only former Azteca on the new Azteca tribe, so she wants to make an alliance. And now I'm basically playing along with her, like, yeah, totally, I'll make an alliance. And I feel like a terrible person. I didn't think lying would be this hard. She seems really nice, and it's really just the way the cards fell. Like, there's nothing we can do about it at this point. So I shouldn't feel as bad as I do, but I feel bad because we're totally lying to her. Me and Harry are kind of just like stringing along like, oh yeah, we were basically saying like, oh, you know, the former Red Terror wasn't really close, but honestly we were. Like, we all decided right before when we were dropping our bus, we're like, okay, Red Terror strong, like we just need to survive to the merge and we're coming back together. We already have the numbers.
With 4 former Red Tribe. So I'm not 100 odds on still, even though it wasn't. I mean, I guess I'm in the same position as I was before. I wasn't the reason we lost though, so hopefully that will mean something.
Okay, welcome to First Tribal, new Azteca tribe. So Alexis, right before we started the challenge, I said, drop your buffs. What was your reaction to hear that tribe's problem?
I mean, yeah, no, it was unfortunate. You never know what's going on. It's hard when you feel like you're in a comfortable mode. Like, our tribe was doing well. We felt confident in our abilities to win. So having to reacclimate, everything switching is a little bit disorienting. But I think it worked out for the best.
Josie, how do you like your tribe so far?
I like them. At first when we, like,
when we picked our new buffs, I was like, dang, like that other team is stacked. Like, but we really did pretty good in the challenge, I feel like, you know? Like, I think it was fine. Like, and I think that we'll get, like, the next challenge will be something where they'll feel confident, but we'll get them.
So Madison, looking at the two tribes, what is your take on the differences between the two?
The other one is stacked.
Physically.
Like, that's all I have to say about it. Yeah, they're physically stacked,
Yeah,
but
they
I
may
think
be
we're pretty
tall.
smart.
Oh yeah.
We got the smarts.
Harry, you agree with that?
Oh yes, definitely. We got it. They were just like they just looked like cocky giants who all they knew how to do was like, oh, I'm taller than you. I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to sit 2 of them out next time, so we're coming.
Yeah. No, I think they definitely went into that challenge very cocky. You could see as they were drawing out the buffs, they were really hyping themselves up. And I think what they didn't realize is, like, we're not just gonna, you know, bow down and give them the win. Like, no, we're gonna fight for it. And I think we showed that. We were pretty close. Like, we were giving them a good run for their money. So I don't think you can pack us away just yet. Like,
Yeah, I think they got nervous. Like, you could see it.
Yeah.
At one point, they were like, oh.
Little hit to the pride. We were coming, yeah.
So Gwen, how did it feel? You were up 4-2. How did you feel at that moment when you were just 1 away from winning?
I was a little nervous going into that, like, because I was, I guess, technically the reason we lost, because it was like 4-on-4 and I was up and I couldn't win it for us. And it was a bit nerve-wracking since I'm the only one from the original S10 tribe here. I don't really know any of these people very well, so this was definitely something I was like, I'm gonna prove myself, and I couldn't do it, so.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So there's 4 old Red Terror and 1 old Aztec. Gwen, do you feel like that's putting a huge target on your back?
It was like a blessing and a curse. I was obviously on the bottom in the last tribe anyway. I got a lot of votes last night. And so, like, I was like, okay, could it really get any worse? Like, this is like, I can start completely new. These are completely new people. They don't know me. I don't know them. I can start fresh with this. So if I'm on the bottom now, then, like, it's not any different than I was before.
And Harry, you're on the flip side, you're the only guy on this tribe. Do you feel like that could put target on your back?
It kind of can, but at the same time, you don't want to. We're not the merch just yet, and I feel like I definitely bring value to the tribe. I'm not like, oh yes, I'm the best person. I will lead us to safety, but like, I can definitely be a key role in helping out, and who knows, maybe something might form, or something might happen.
Madison, does thoughts about the merge factor into your decision tonight?
I guess. I don't know, I haven't thought about the merge because I don't think I'm gonna make it there, but like, we'll see. Like, if I'm being real.
Josie, what do you think of Madison saying, I saw you had a quite a reaction.
I want her to have more confidence. But I really hope the merge is soon though, because that's like my first goal was to not be the first one voted out, like, of the season.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And then, like, my second goal following that one was to make it to the merge. So I'm like, please, just bring it to us soon.
Plus, I feel like that team is stacked, obviously.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
so like they have an advantage, and we'll probably end up picking us off tonight.
Alexis, everyone here and on the other tribe has been given at least one clue to the opinion of the idol. Does a potential idol play concern you tonight?
I forgot about that thing. You know, I think it should always be something that concerns you, but I don't think you can let the possibility of an idol dictate everything you do. If all you're doing is trying to focus around, like, all these complicated maneuvers, making sure, oh, well, what if this happens, what if that happens, like, that's just gonna stress me out. And honestly, I'd rather just go for it, and if an idol happens, it happens, and, you know, I mean, it is what it is. You can't control what other people do. All I can control is what I know and what I'm gonna do. So I go into it with no expectations, and I can't really come out disappointed. So
I feel like the idol in this game is really hard to keep track of because, like, you don't know when people are going to look for that. Like, it's not like on like a real show. Like, you can see people like walk away from the tribe and look for this, and like now, like, I could be looking for this on my way to like class, and I haven't even been thinking about like doing that. I just kind of like completely forget. I'm like, oh my god, that's a thing that they could throw out, and I would be completely unprepared for that.
So, Harry, what do you base your vote on tonight? Since it's only been 24 hours since the last one. Since we were right over there.
Yeah.
It was much windier.
My vote, if based upon looking forward, what next, what's best for us, for all 5 of us, and trying to move on, and what I think will be the best option.
Alright, with that, we'll start the vote. Alexis, you're up first.
Oh boy.
fun times.
I am really sorry about this. You seem like a really nice person. It's just the way the cards fell.
That was ugly, okay.
Get used to this.
But you're really nice, so I feel bad. Have a good night. I'm sorry.
And with that, we'll tally the votes. If anybody has an immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out, they have to leave the tribal council area immediately. Prior to the votes. First vote. Maddie. Gwen. It's one vote Maddie, one vote Gwen. Gwen. It's 2 votes Gwen, 1 vote Maddie. 4th person voter outside of CNU main Voyage. Gwen. Go ahead and get her in the torch. Gwen, Travis vote. There you go. Well, first tribal council as the new Azteca, and it was unanimous vote. Seems like the great tribal unity, but like you said, Madison, you had a big competition up against you. Okay, that's all I got for you.
Well, that was a bit of a surprise to me because I thought I had 4 lines in less than 24 hours and I was pretty proud of myself. But I guess I wasn't as persuasive as I should have been. It is what it is.
How do you think about your fake idol?
I know it's not there. It's because I hid it in a more obvious place, or a more obvious way than the one that I found. So I tried to hide it so that somebody walking by would see it. So I believe it has been found.
I was leaving for Florida for spring break on Saturday, and I think it was Saturday morning I went out, and like everyone's gone for spring break. So I thought it was perfect. There was no one on campus. I ran around. There was like some people in some places, but at this point I knew where it was. I knew the 20 bushes. I knew it was around the Whispering Wall. It was just a matter of finding it.
Alright, I'm looking for the idol once again. I know I'm pretty sure I know where it is because the last clue said something about 20 bushes surrounding the spot. And there's bushes around the outside of the whispering wall. And then I was walking to class at one point and I made a point to count how many bushes, and it's exactly 20. So I know it's supposed to be buried. Buried or like tucked away or something. I need to use like my hands to get to it. But it's Saturday of spring break, so there's no one on campus. So I figured this was the best time to check. There's a very good chance that it's already been found, but oh my god. You've got to be kidding. Thank you, Lord. Oh my god, I thought for sure it was actually already found. Whew.
Finally, I found it. I was very, very excited.
Okay. Oh my god. Lord. Ooh. That is pretty. Very cool.
So I have the idol, and I was so excited about it. And then we have our group chat with Carson and Adam, and Adam's like, "Guys, I found the idol." And at the time I was like, "No, I have the idol." Like there's no way you can have it. So I thought he was lying, and then we were like, "Can you send a picture?" And he told us where he found it, and it was actually exactly where I found it. And he sent us a picture, and it looks very legitimate. It's like a skull on a thing. And then he said that he left a fake one in its place. And I was like, well, crap. And I didn't tell them for two reasons. I was kind of embarrassed too. I didn't want to say like, oh, I found it, because I was so excited about finding it. So I was kind of embarrassed. I didn't want to say, but also I realized if I had come forward and said, oh, I found the fake one, then they're gonna know that I had an idol and chose not to tell them about it. And like I could play up like the whole thing of I was gonna tell you guys, but Adam beat me to it. But I didn't want to put any like hint of doubt in them, so I just chose to kind of let it die, and it's just sitting on my desk at home. And maybe there's a time I can like use a fake one to help me in the game, but right now I don't see the point of it. But I'm glad Adam told us, and Adam said like he wants to use it for the three of us, and I'm gonna keep that under wraps for now, but we'll see down the road.
I would love to see it be used, because that would be funny.
Welcome, tribes. Hope you had a good break. As you can see, looking at the new Azteca right there, Gwen Morat of Last Tribal Council. Any other reactions besides Adam? Big move. Alright. Well, Adam will take it back. Yeah, I'll take it back. Happens every time. Once again, Mary's back up for grabs in this challenge. One member from each tribe will go one-on-one to try to memorize a series of 6 items. The first person to go back to their station and put them in the exact same order and and you will touch the third bar, the second bar right there. Yeah, that one. You'll put your hand there and stand there. The first one to get it correct and before the other tribe member wins a point. First to 4 points wins. Also, there's a blanket here for a reason. The blanket will cover the table, and when I say go, it drops. And both one member from Red, one member from Azteca will have to watch and memorize it. If either of the people say stop, it goes up for both of you, and no one can look at it. You have to go back to your station and start it. All right, makes sense? All right, we will give you 2 minutes to strategize and we'll get started. All right, so people sitting up for Red Terror are Emily, who's not here, and Carson. All right, all right, first one's up. Come on, John and Alexis. All right. All right. Drivers ready? Go. Stop. John. Wait. Oh, I forgot. Look at that. Quickly forgetting. People moving fast. John. Maybe not. Dude. Okay, I'll check John's first. John's not right. Alexis is not right. We'll do it again.
You got this, girl.
Ready? Go.
Stop.
Alexis.
Come on, you got it.
2 seconds. Then she called stop.
You got it, bro.
Told her it wasn't fast.
Stop stay.
Alexis is back first. John not taking his time. Okay. And John is back. Let's first. Alexis is not right.
What? That's unfortunate.
John is not right.
Okay.
Reset. Ready? Go.
Stop.
Oh, hang on quickly. Alexis is the one that called it. Both working very fast. We'll think they have it. Alexis is back first. Then John is back. Check Alexis. That's tied to it. First point. Yes. All right, next two up are Jimmy and Harry. Drivers ready? Go.
Go. Stop.
Harry.
Come on, Harry.
Sprinting back. Working really quickly. No way. Harry thinks he has it. Okay, Harry was on first. Okay, that's fine. Harry's not right. Jimmy is right. Yes. All right, guys, ready? Go.
Stop.
We're all counting back quickly. Almost at the same time. Shane is back. Josie is back. Want to check Shane's? Red Terry gets the point. Yes, sir. All right. Stars ready? Go.
Stop.
Exact same time.
Oh, shit.
Quickly. Madison's on first. Adam.
Yes, this is fine.
I'll check Madison.
That's right.
Madison's not right.
Just tell me I'm not right.
Adam is not right. Ready? Go.
Stop.
Madison first. A little longer this time. Third time's a charm for one of these two essentially. Adam is on first, and Madison. Check Adam's first.
Dude, if I got it wrong, I missed one or two. But
Third point for Red Terror.
Go. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Ready? Go.
Go.
There is done. We'll take a little bit of a look at it. John looks like he's pensive. Harry is done.
Harry,
Harry,
take
sure
your
that-
time.
Can you make sure that it's
Take
done?
your time.
Take your time. Take your time. Sweet time.
Harry, again, quickly done. John taking a sweet time. This is what they're for. Harry is not right.
I'm going now.
No, I don't know the last three. So
As a reaction to Shane right now, John is also not right. John is ready. Go! Harry is doing that. John walking up knows Harry's just going to be quick.
Take your time.
All right, Harry is back. John now starting to place things.
Shane, you look great.
Just take your time.
He already is, Jim.
See, this is like balancing act.
Oh yeah.
Whole lot. I'll check Harry first. Second point for Azteca. All right, next up is Alexis for Azteca and Shane for Red Terror. 3-2 Red Terror. So are we ready? Go. Stop. Shane, quick. Former Tribe was doing one-on-one. Alexis almost trips getting to the station.
Alexis, you got this.
Alexis, quicker than Shane. Shane a little more ridiculous.
I forgot now.
I don't know. Yep, I think I'll put 5.
Okay, Alexis was on first. Third point for
Thank God he's gonna feel dumb.
All right, stars ready, go.
Stop.
All right, there we go. Adam moving quickly. Both want to finish first. Chance to save yourself, Josie. Chance to win it for Adam. Adam gets there first. Red Terror wins community. Let's go.
Let's go. Both of us thought it was wrong. You guys were both like. I was like, alright, go on.
Alright, Red Terror, who wants it? Adam, winning point. Well learned, it was a tough challenge. As for you, Azteca, back to Tribal Council you go. I'll see you in a few days. Got those for you, right out.
So, sadly, we lost the Mooney Challenge, but we decided
We're doing tribal right now!
So, they're going to prep and we're going to...
And we have no time to talk because we have
We're going to talk some. So this is going to be interesting. Disappointed that we lost.
I'm voting off Trevor.
And...
No, we're not having a talk. We're just recording ourselves
I'm just
about how
recording.
we feel about having tribal.
Trevor, you're going home.
What? You want to join in?
Hi.
So, yeah.
I'm stressed.
This is going to be interesting. 30 minutes until tribal, so this is going to be good.
Oh my gosh.
I'm feeling a little stressed because, wow, but this is going to be fun. See ya.
Welcome. It's been a while.
Thanks for having us.
We've missed you.
So obviously you guys decided to come to Tribal Council right after the challenge. Josie, does that worry you that there was not a lot of time to discuss?
I mean, I guess that, like, it's always like if there's not a lot of time in between, you're like, oh, like kind of frazzled, but like I wasn't like distraught, you know.
So would you-
Frazzled, but not distraught.
Yeah, like I was frazzled, but like I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like no.
So would you say you feel safe tonight?
Like I feel okay. Like anything could happen, honestly, but like I feel okay.
Raise your hand if you feel safe tonight. Like you're not going home 100%. Harry, you got something to say?
Definitely, I can't. Definitely won't say 100% unless it's remerged and I have individual. That's the only way I'll feel 100% safe.
You're right.
So Alexis, how does it feel? You've now lost 2 in a row to the new Azteca tribe. Your old tribe of Red Terror has defeated the 4 of you, four former members of Red Terror.
You know, it does stink. I do go into these hoping we can win. I like to try and stay really positive, but in the end, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. My main thing when we're going into these challenges, like, yes, of course, my main priority is I want to win, but also, I don't know how many people noticed, but when we did do the tribe swap, and they noticed how stacked their team is, because, to be honest, their team is very stacked, they were hyping themselves up, and I was like, I get it, like, you can be happy and excited, but, like, there's a line between confidence and arrogance, and they were being really arrogant. At that point, I was like, okay, we're not just gonna, like, back off and not show up to the competitions. Like, they thought they were gonna sweep the competitions, and I feel like we still put up a really good fight.
We almost
like,
won that one.
Exactly. Like, both challenges, we've been really close. So despite the fact that we continuously lose, like, I am proud of us because, not gonna lie, going into both of those challenges, I was like, wow, we're done.
We work together really well.
We do. So, like, it sucks. It really does. But, I mean, it is what it is. You can't control it after.
Madison, do you agree with Alexis that you're one strong tribe, or do you feel like there's maybe a weak link here?
No, I think we got rid of the weak links already. I think we all work really well together, and it's gonna suck to have to vote someone out tonight.
So, you guys have been on the same tribe for 32 days. Harry, does that make this decision harder tonight or easier?
A little bit harder because if you looked at all the previous votes, they've all been unanimous. And so it doesn't make it fun. And I like these people. We're back on family. But it's Survivor. We're at Tribal. It's not always what you want it to be.
So Alexis, back to you. This is a family, so what do you base your vote on tonight?
I base my vote on, I guess, looking forward. So I know, of course, I'm sure each one of us has that ideal way of how this is going to play out. So I'm looking at ideally how this game will play out in the next couple weeks, and that's how I base my vote. Who I think I can stick with, who I think I build the strongest connection with, who I think I can go far with, kind of thing.
Josie, does the idea of a hidden immunity idol factor into your vote tonight?
Not really, just because, like, it's all happening so fast, so you can't even think of, like, oh, like, if this person plays this, then, like, what should we do if that happens? Like, because it all happened so fast. And since we didn't win the last challenge, the other tribe got another clue. So I just feel like it's definitely, like, someone on their tribe has to have, like, found it.
Madison, I said the word idol and I saw your face make a change in emotion.
Did it? Sorry, didn't know I had emotions.
What is your feelings on hidden immunity idol tonight?
Well, we all kind of told each other that we didn't have it, so I'm trusting y'all, because I don't have it. Even after Amanda tried to tell me she knew where I still don't have it.
So last question of the night. Harry.
Yes.
Everyone's been talking about it across both tribes. The word is merge.
Yes.
How does that factor into this vote? Looking ahead to the merge.
Kind of hard because we don't have an old Azteca to get rid of and keep it strong and keep us strong. So we're gonna have to hurt one of our own, and the goal is to try and swing back maybe Jimmy or Shane, maybe get Emily, because who knows what's going on over there. But it'll still be 5 old Red Terror to 4 old Azteca. If that number stays the same, we can go far and dominate for a while, but if it doesn't, who knows?
Hopefully none of them are around to hear that.
Well, unfortunately, one of you won't be able to walk around and hear that. Madison, you go first.
Who?
You.
Oh. I'm dead, it's fine.
Hello. Okay.
Oh gosh, okay. This vote is purely because I don't think I can beat you when we merge. You are an amazing person. I'm so sorry.
Alright, I'll advertise the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, once the vote is read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Harry. Second vote. Madison. Third vote. Harry. 2 votes Harry, 1 vote Madison, 1 vote left. Fifth person voter on our CNU main Voyage. Harry, you need to bring the torch.
Thanks, guys. Have fun playing with you. One of you win, please.
We're going to
knock them down.
I love you, Harry.
You're the best.
Harry, try to swim. Time for you to go.
Oh my god, I'm depressed.
Well, there's only 3 of you left, but merge might be on the horizon.
You mean
That's all I
it
got for you.
is?
Head out.
I know, I love you. So bad.
Next time on Survivor. With 2 consecutive immunity wins, the new Red Terror Boys plan for the merge.
It just makes sense to have like the 5 of us as final 5, and we can get the 4 girls out.
However, the girls tried to rekindle their relationships from the old Red Terror tribe.
I mean, obviously you probably know that we're like still like 100% with you.
And they might just get what they want. Tribe immunity is no more. Drop your votes. You're merged.
Everyone was telling me Madison wasn't Madison. Oh well. It was fun. One of them better win. I really want them to. Even if I had the idol, there was no way I was going to play it because we just came into that challenge right after the immunity. So two of us thought that, and I really had some sort of trust. That was a little bit of a blind side, but what can you do? Peace.